Hey guys, what's up? SirMel11 here with my review of Steven Universe Season 3, Episode 9, Too Short to Ride. And I'm sorry about not reviewing the first 3 episodes in Summer of Steven. We've had 3 great episodes so far, and we get to see character development all over Beach City, which is what I was looking for in this season and this special. So I'm very glad with how they're handling the show at this point. Now, this episode was great, like always, and it focused on Peridot's development as a character, and there's still more growing to go for a character, but she's definitely coming along, and I'm loving it. So, this episode starts off with Steven giving Peridot a tablet because his dad bought it, and he saw that he didn't really need the tablet. It was something about oversaturation with the media plaguing one's mind. I think that's going a little bit too far, but I guess technology does absorb some people. And maybe his dad bought it with the extra money, because I don't think they used up all the money, so maybe he had some extra money. He's like, oh, I got a lot of money, maybe I can get a tablet. And he's like, oh, I don't really need a tablet, so... I mean, I feel like people that don't have tablets probably don't really need them, because, like, you would go out and buy one if you needed it, but they probably didn't have the money. I don't know. I'm spending too much time on that. But if you remember when Peridot was first introduced, she had all this technology all over, like the extra limbs, and I believe she had, like, a communicator or something in her arm. It was something that she was, like, touching on her arm. I forgot. And we kind of learned that that was a clutch for her, pretty much. Because, you know, like, due to her height and everything, and I'm going to get into that later, but it was pretty much a clutch for her. So, she tapes the tablet that Steven gave her on her arm, and it looks silly. And I don't know if they're poking fun at smartwatches or where smartwatches could potentially go, but it looks so silly, just like this huge tablet on her arm, just her walking around like that. And she did some weird movements when she put it on. I don't know if that was a parody of some anime or cartoon, but I don't know. If you know about it, just tell me in the comments. So Steven gave her the tablet to log her thoughts and stuff, and if you remember, she had the, what was it, the tape recorder that she was using, and I forgot what happened to that. Was that destroyed, or she gave it to Lapis? Something happened with that, and so far it looks like she's logging her thoughts on a Twitter account or some kind of Twitter-like service, and I was thinking that she would start making YouTube videos and that would end up causing problems for the gems or something, but I don't know, maybe people would just think she's crazy or something. But hopefully she starts posting videos on YouTube, or they do something like that on the Cartoon Network YouTube channel. That would be insane. That would be so entertaining. That would be great. They should really do that. And I also just read up that they used the Twitter account of Cartoon Network to promote this episode with Peridot. They had a picture on there, and they tweeted out some tweets as Peridot, so I'm sure that's probably still in their account, so you should go check that out. And Amethyst comes in, and the 3 of them go to Funland to hang out as the Shorty squad. And the 3 of them are too short to ride on the roller coaster. And I was just thinking, why didn't they transform? But they end up doing that. And Amethyst, when she shapeshifts, she gets this older design, and it looked really nice, and I want to see more of that often in the show. And Steven is still learning, as his shape-shifting abilities are unproportional, because I think it was the bottom half that was longer than the top half, so his legs were just like super long with like his short body on it. So he needs to work on that. And then Peridot doesn't transform, and that's important for later on in the episode. So then they go to this magic mirror place, and Peridot just isn't having fun. And she even searches it on her tablet. She's like, am I having fun? And then she notices this alien stuffed animal toy while they're walking by, and she wants that. And Mr. Smiley runs over after Steven presses the button, and then it seems like he runs everything in Funland. It's like a situation, I think the character's name is Larry in Gumball, where he works every job in the town. Maybe it's this sort of situation with Mr. Smiley working every thing in Funland. And he had some hilarious moments in this episode. Mr. Smiley is funny. You guys don't know that. He told Steven that he hadn't seen a bed in 6 days. And I was laughing so hard at that, and I was laughing at that again while I was reviewing the episode for this review. Great moments with Mr. Smiley throughout this entire episode. So the Shorty squad, they suck at the ring toss because they're short. And then Amethyst tells Mr. Smiley that Onion is trying to light the roller coaster on fire. And I thought it was a joke, but he was actually doing it. And that was another hilarious moment. So Mr. Smiley's gone, Amethyst cheats, and then they get a small finger alien toy for Peridot, but she wanted the big one. And Peridot has been down in the dumps for this entire episode, and we learn that she can't shapeshift, excuse me. And Steven and Amethyst try to help her shapeshift, and she can't do it. And we get to see Steven using the cat finger thing that he did in the first season, and that was a cool callback. And we learn that Homeworld has been running out of resources and making gems such as the Peridots without powers, so that's why they gave the Peridots enhancements. And that could be why they wanted to have the cluster like eat the earth, and maybe they could have gotten the resources from that. I need to brush up on a few things from the show, so again, I don't know that much about that. And Amethyst, she tries to help Peridot, and when Peridot doesn't listen, Amethyst starts to throw the tablet into the sea. And I was kind of upset over this because tablets cost so much. That's a waste of money. Don't destroy a tablet. And we see Peridot reaching out, and the animators, they knew what they were doing with this scene. They made it seem like she was going to shapeshift, but she didn't. And then we see that the tablet is actually floating in the air, and we learn that Peridot has telekinesis. So she wins the alien stuffed animal toy by using her powers, and the episode ends. And I like this episode for a couple of reasons. I'm getting the character development that I wanted. The main cast of the episodes is constantly changing. Excuse me, and that's great. We got more on Peridot's backstory. Steven isn't amazing with his powers yet, but he's still learning. And I'd love for Peridot to eventually get adjusted to the world or society, because I feel like the whole I'm a gem from space and I don't understand things from Earth, I feel like that whole joke will get old eventually. But other than that, I'm excited to see more. I checked my TV guide, and there should be a Lars episode coming up. And I hope the show stays in Beach City for a while before getting into more plot-heavy things. But that's about it for me. What did you think about this episode? Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you like my content and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook. The links are below. I'm mr.smiley. See you next time, and peace out. Give it up for the Shorty Squad.